Animals brighten our lives. Grateful Rescue TV. A look at the great things happening at Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary in Muncie, Indiana. Pamela Terhune shares the stories of people working to save dogs and cats. Grateful Rescue TV.
How's it going, everyone? This is Colton Howard from Grateful Rescue TV here with Pamela Terhune. Pamela, this is the Grateful Tail Wagging Showcase here at Morrow's Meadows Park. Well, tell me what we got going on here today.
Oh, hi, Colton. Thanks for being here. Well, this is a new event, just a pop-up event. It's a day out at the park for dogs. We have like a little toy grab, bobbing for toys, stuff like that, vendors. Just a good day to get everybody out and let their dogs socialize, enjoy the beautiful weather, get some pup cups. Yeah, we're excited about it. It's the first time we've done this, and it's a pretty good turnout for a small event.
What led you to wanting to create something like this?
Well, we usually this time of year have our big Grateful Fest, but we're working on a mission called the Pit Stop Project, which explains why I'm checkered flag. Where that's a mission to save the pit bulls of Indianapolis from death row, because they're having, sadly, to euthanize so many due to the overpopulation. So we're on a mission to put out a building, and all our resources are going toward the Pit Stop Project. And the Grateful Fest takes a lot of work and planning, so we're just focused on that this year. So we just thought we'd throw this just for a fun day out instead.
I love it. I love it. Well, such a good mission. Thank you so much. The Pit Stop is here, and as well as many other vendors and some doggos. So let's go check it out.
We're just with the Bears theme with opening game NFL this year. And got Casper here, my little buddy, with his bear hanky on. And I've got my favorite jersey on. So we're in tandem today.
I love it. And then we have some Yankees fans over here. How'd you guys lead to this costume decision?
Yeah, so his name is Jeter Judge Aquila. So after the New York Yankee baseball players. And so I had to wear the Judge uniform, and I've got the jersey. And of course, we're Yankee fans, so I had to match everything.
This was hard.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Look, we won, Diddy. The two who walk up to come to the parade, we have this young lady right here. Oh, yay! Here you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Woo! Lola, look at the camera. That's so great.
I just came to get her some snacks and to get her nails trimmed.
And who is this?
This is Rain. Well, I've always wanted an Anatolian Shepherd, and it just so happened that after I changed jobs and was going to be local, a friend of mine had Anatolian Shepherd puppies, and I ran out to their farm real quick and convinced them to let me purchase one of their Anatolian puppies. And she's been with me ever since. So 8 weeks old until she is right now a little over 9 years old.
Hi, I'm Al Unser Jr., two-time Indy 500 winner.
I'm Norma Unser, Grateful Rescue board member, and we need you to join the Project Pit Stop.
Grateful Rescue is building housing to save lives of the pit bulls of Indianapolis. Many are on death row. Make a donation right now at gratefulrescue.org.
Al and I love Grateful Rescue's mission at giving dogs a second chance at life.
So help us save the pit bulls with Project Pit Stop.
And I'm joined with a very special person. This is Alyssa Lewis from Peaceful Souls. And Alyssa brought us BB And BB is very grateful to you. Let's hear BB's story.
So BB was found, we got a call regarding a dog that had been on the side of the interstate off of 70 and 25th Street for about 3 days. They had tried to make a makeshift little shelter for him to stay in, and he would go into it to some time but would not let anybody get close to him. So we trap dogs. So we went out and I spotted him right away. There's only about 10 feet between the interstate and basically the area he was running. So he had just a little bit of brush to run in and kind of hide. Got a trap set up, and then he decided to take a little tour around the neighborhood. So watched his little bitty legs, you know, running around the neighborhood. And eventually he got a good whiff of that yummy, smelly food in there, and finally went to check out the trap and walked in and was finally safe. So 3 days of, like I said, right off the side of the interstate. So he is a lucky little boy to be alive.
That's amazing. And we're so grateful for you. BB has joined my family, my personal family.
He hit the jackpot.
He hit the jackpot with us. And you do this so often. You tell me how that works. You get a phone call and there's a dog that no one can catch, or?
Yeah, so we do stray animals for Marion County, and we also do owned animals. So a lot of dogs will go into a survival mode, and with that, they won't even come close to their owners. If they can't get close enough to smell, they'll actually run from them. It's a sad thing, but obviously a need. And there's trappers all across the country that do this. We stick mostly to Marion County and some surrounding counties as needed, but definitely stay busy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You have, it seems like you have stories every single day. How do you sleep? How do you do it?
We don't sleep much. We're an all volunteer organization and self-funded, so that makes it even more challenging. So we all have full-time jobs. And we do this in our spare time, but our spare time is about 24 hours a day, basically.
Oh gosh. And if you will, tell me the process of doing this. I mean, obviously you cannot, the dog can't see you setting up the trap, and then you probably go on some sort of, where you have to watch them where they can't see you. How does that work?
Every case is a little bit different. Some dogs we can literally walk right up to, and as long as we kind of don't acknowledge that they're there, they kind of feel hidden. So we can get a trap set up pretty close to them, and usually, we use their sense of smell. And we always need a dog hungry, obviously. They're not going to walk into a scary trap if they're not hungry enough for it. But sometimes these are much longer cases. BB's story was a quick one. Luckily, because he
walk right in?
We did. And there wouldn't have been anywhere to leave a trap for him. So it would have been a stakeout, basically, where we would have had to watch. Sometimes we set up cameras, we set up large kennel traps. Sometimes this takes weeks, months.
BB wants to say thank you. Thank you for saving my life.
They have a cutie.
We love you and appreciate you. And if you want to learn more about Peaceful Souls, go to their website. Where would they find your website?
Peaceful Souls Animal Rescue and Recovery.
They need help to support this wonderful service. There's no one like you around here. So you've saved a lot of lives, and we thank you for that. From the bottom of our hearts, for sure.
And thank you for loving BB.
He looks so different than he did whenever you caught him.
Definitely does. I can see his little cute face now.
This is Joey the Super Dog, and you're watching Grateful Rescue TV. Ann had a rescue in Evansville, Indiana, and she had 26 Dachshunds, and she got ill and eventually passed away, and the Dachshunds all came to Grateful Rescue in Muncie, and that's when they advertised they had the Dachshunds available. We applied for one.
He's very quiet, believe it or not. Most Dachshunds bark. He does not bark. Very seldom he'll bark at the dog out back. He's kind of a lap dog as well. He loves being on our laps, and he loves our cat at home that we even rescued.
This is Winnie. She came with the Dachshund group. We got him in Evansville. We went and picked him up and had 2 cargo vans that we took down there and picked all of them up. She was one of them. When I was helping out, she'd just keep coming up to me and looking at me with those sad little eyes, and so I think she picked me. So
How's it working out?
Oh, great. She is my buddy. She does everything. She follows me everywhere. If I go in another room, she follows me into the other room, and we go swimming. She likes to sit on a floaty with me. Grateful Rescue is perfect, so please donate so that they can continue to save dogs like this.
We recently adopted Dale, which is a 13-year-old male wiener dog. We walked in there with the plan that whatever one chose us was the one we were taking home. And Dale came and picked me for some reason.
Actually, it was my idea to adopt a third, and he has become my husband's dog, not mine. So
it's a great program, and what they've done with the dogs, like the 26, for example, it's great to see all of these dogs get a second chance. And then, I mean, just the festivities today. I mean, all of these different dogs from Kentucky and Virginia, Pennsylvania. I mean, they're coming from all over. You know, it's a great bonding experience to see all these people come out.
And don't give up on the seniors. Do not. He has so much life left in him. So yeah, don't give up on the seniors.
Hi, my name is Alessia and I'm Daisy, and today we're going to talk about enrichment for dogs. So enrichment is a great way to provide your dog with good mental stimulation and physical stimulation at the same time. Yes, it is all about improving the quality of life for your dog. We are filling needs for our dogs when we provide enrichment for them. So when dogs are overstimulated, that's when you'll see a lot of those behavioral problems. You also see it when they're overtired or overexcited as well. And some of those problems could include things like jumping, counter surfing, biting on things and chewing on things that they're not supposed to. Digging. Some of those naughtier things that we're not particularly fond of. Yeah. So definitely enrichment is not the solution to all of those problems. So we will need to have training paired up with it, but enrichment will really help. So there are different kinds of enrichment for your dogs. There are different categories. Yes, you have 5 different categories that you can label all enrichment in. You're going to have your social category, which is going to be filling social needs for our dogs. So that would be things like play dates with dogs you trust, snuggling up with your dog. And then you have your occupational side, which would be giving your dog a job to do. So learning tricks, training, sports. Yeah. Then you have the physical portion, which means physical environment. So altering the environment, having multiple resting spots for your dog, having balancing equipment inside your house, or changing toy varieties. And then you have the nutritional side, which is going to be giving your dog the opportunity to work to get their food. So doing snuffle mats or food puzzles, Kongs, And towels ripped up is also a really good one. Yes. And then you have the sensory section, which plays on the dog's senses. So you can do music or dog TV, bubbles work, nose work. That's actually a really good one. I want to a little bit put more focus on nose work. I would say that is a great way. It's also a sport, like scent work, I called, where you have your dog identify a specific scent, and that really tires them out because their nose is so powerful that, and they really enjoy using it. So it would give them a great outlet for all this pent-up energy. So there are tons of DIY options. There are a ton of store options. So some of the DIY options, you can use a lot of things around your house, things like cardboard boxes or paper towel rolls. You can use towels. And what you'll do is you'll sprinkle treats or essential oils for a scent on those items, and you can get your dog to rummage through them, forage through them, get all those treats out of there. So it's a really simple way to tire out your dog when maybe you can't take them for a walk, or maybe you just want them to be a little bit calmer. Sniffing, licking, chewing, shredding are all great ways to mentally tire out our dogs. As far as digging, for instance, a lot of people don't like their dogs to dig in their backyards, right? But dogs need to dig because that's their behavior. So providing them with an alternative like a sand pit, so it's a safe space for them to go and perform that behavior, will really release the stress and is going to give them a great alternative that you will be able to accept as well. So the purpose behind enrichment is to allow a dog to perform species-specific behaviors like foraging or digging, for example, in a safe and controlled way. Doing enrichment through daily activities or weekly activities helps our dog gain a lot more confidence. It helps them problem solve better, and they're going to be able to handle stress a lot better. Daisy, thank you so much for chatting with us about enrichment. And Pamela, back to you.
Hi, I'm Alan Sir Jr., two-time Indy 500 winner.
I'm Norma Unser, Grateful Rescue board member, and we need you to join the Project Pit Stop.
Grateful Rescue is building housing to save lives of the pit bulls of Indianapolis. Many are on death row. Make a donation right now at gratefulrescue.org.
Al and I love Grateful Rescue's mission at giving dogs a second chance at life.
So help us save the pit bulls with Project Pit Stop.
are here with Dr. Zach Wasson of Red Key Veterinary Clinic, and today we're talking about the importance of vaccines. You know, we have a lot of animals come through our rescue, and it's important. That's our top priority, to get them vaccinated right away to keep them safe. And earlier this year, we had the parvo puppies that came in. If they had only been vaccinated.
Yeah, it was a very unfortunate, event to deal with, because it just, especially in your situation there, where they came in already sick. There wasn't just one puppy you were dealing with; it was numerous in the full litter, and that stretches, just stretches facilities out. A lot of regular clinics, like mine, couldn't even handle that many with something so contagious, and that's something that is, it's sad, because it is a very preventable disease. But a lot of people don't understand how that works, what they are, and they don't understand the importance of vaccines, so they just kind of let it go, and then they're wishing they had.
And what does a normal dog need?
Yeah, so I guess just to summarize, there's many factors that come into what to vaccinate for. With vaccines, we refer, in veterinary medicine, we refer to core vaccines, which are just a kind of an established just set of diseases that we know we can vaccinate for, that are prevalent in the dog population, or at least present, and that every dog should get regardless of their lifestyle. And so obviously the big number one vaccination and it's required in the state of Indiana, it's state law, they get the rabies vaccine. Thankfully we don't have rabies cases hardly ever, but it's mainly because we vaccinate all our dogs for it, all our dogs and cats. But the other set is what people call them different things: the distemper vaccine, the multi-way vaccine. It's actually, distemper is one of the things in it, but it's usually it's a combination of about 8 different things. Some are different strains of the same disease, like leptospirosis. There's actually 4 different strains we vaccinate for. There's the distemper virus, adenovirus, parainfluenza, parvovirus. Those are the core vaccines that are all in that you would get an adult dog or a mature dog. When puppies are little, usually you want to start them when they're around 6 to 7 weeks and get their first vaccination, and that would be just a partial one of those vaccines, and parvovirus would be in that first little 4 or 5 way vaccine to get that started.
So if somebody wants to get started, that's a lot of information. How do they start with getting their dogs protected?
Yeah, and so the simple answer there is you really should get established with your pet at a veterinarian. At your regular, just general practicing veterinarian. They will know what to do. They will tell you what your dog needs, make those recommendations for you to do. And then, for instance, just what we do at Red Key is if you just come in with a new puppy for those visits, we don't charge exam fees. You basically just pay for the vaccines, and then we will talk about deworming, heartworm prevention. It gives us an opportunity to introduce this anything that you might want, whether to spay or neuter them when it's time, when it's age appropriate. And we do those vaccines and those visits as a way to kind of encourage people to come in and get them at the right time, to make it where it's affordable, but yet they get what they need and they get good quality vaccines from your vet, versus a lot of people like to go vaccinate for themselves with buying things at like your farm and fleet store or whatever. Those vaccines can work, but there's quality control issues, things like that. You never know are you giving the right vaccine? Are you giving it at the right time?
Is it being stored in the right temperature?
Was it stored correctly? Was it left on the dock for an hour or two? When you get it from your veterinarian, those things are not an issue. The veterinarians know how to handle them. They're shipped directly from the distributors on ice packs, and that's kind of what we do. And so we know what you're getting is a quality product that is completely backed by the vaccine maker with full guarantees.
And then they're protected.
Yes, very, very. That's where, with parvovirus in particular, that's something that is by far the most common disease that we see that is in the vaccines that every dog should be vaccinated for. And unfortunately, you can't go back and vaccinate for them. If they get sick from it, they have to just get over it. There are treatments coming out for that now, but the reality is that an ounce of protection is worth a pound of treatment. And that's a lot of things we vaccinate for. There just really aren't even good treatments for most of them.
Thank you, Dr. Zach. So keep them vaccinated and keep them safe.
thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank you for helping us, and Grateful TV and gratefulrescue.org. Make sure you go there. Check out all the things that Pamela is doing. Wonderful things. I'm amazed. You're a dear friend. I really, and you're a dear friend. Oh,
Yeah.
So thank you for all that you do again. And don't forget Pit Stop.
Thank you, Patty. And thank you for joining us today. And we'll see you next week on Grateful Rescue TV.
Okay.